Yo, what's up, YouTube? I hope everybody's staying safe out there right now, doing all this pandemic and stuff. Yeah, I was watching a movie last night called Pandemic. It was done back in 2009, but I ain't saying no conspiracy theory stuff like, oh, this they knew because of this movie and this and now. It's just a pretty tight movie if you ever check it out. It's called Pandemic. You can pull it up on most streaming sites. Probably, I seen it on Tubi TV, and but most likely whatever streaming site you pull it up on, it'll be on there too. Yeah, so I just saying this was a real entertaining movie to me. That's all. Um, Kind of enjoyed that one. Man, listen, a lot of stuff is shut down right now, and I was thinking, a lot of people that's lucky to still be working right now, but at the same time, really is the people that's working, is that really lucky? I mean, I guess if you're working from home, you could quarantine and work from home. That would be definitely lucky. But being out here working, whether it's driving trucks or uh, in the food industry, or whether it's a doctor or nurse or whatever, it's like, you hear somebody cough and you you definitely, it's way, what I'm saying, with this pandemic going on, it's way different than a normal day. You hear somebody cough now, it's like, alert go up. You're like, shit, stay back, don't come this way. You better keep that over here, keep that over there, whatever. Don't come over here, man, with that mess. Man, it's just bugged out right now. Yeah, so I couldn't really say the lucky ones to be cats that's working right now, because man, it's kind of rough out here, and just to be looking around and everything closed down, like, wow. I know it'll take a little minute for the economy to come back, man, but with the paper towels, um me, I always used to stock up on tissue and stuff and have it in the truck regardless, where I can, whether it's just wiping on my rims outside the truck, 'cause I like to keep my rims clean, wiping on the mirrors and stuff like that. So I always kept a little extra paper on me anyway. But another thing about that, I was thinking about that because the simple fact that most states I've been into lately, the shelves are empty of toilet paper, as most people already know, unless you're lucky to live in an area where that's not an issue. If that's the case, then you just lucky. You're just in a nice area where you ain't got to worry about that. But the average place, man, they ain't got no tissue on the shelves. And a lot of places that are still carrying tissue, they'll be like, you have a 1 pack minimum or whatever. And yeah, it's like rationing and out and stuff like that, where you can't have any extra. If you're a person that don't like to shop that much or don't have that much time, you want to get in and get all your supplies and be set for a while, you really can't do that now because, they have stuff like that rationed out. And as far as hand sanitizer, forget it. It's like, everybody should know that one by now. Man, well, I could see the hand sanitizer thing because um I think some of that it comes from overseas, and all that's a lot of trading is shut down for right now. So I can see the hand sanitizer thing, but the tissue, that's a local thing. We got a lot of local paper manufacturers. Georgia Pacific, that's one of the largest. We got West Rock. It's the same thing as Georgia Pacific. All they do is make tissue all day, and these are the type of plants that you never hear about a shutdown at one of those. And I mean, they steady pumping paper day and night, and there's always been an overabundance of tissue. Oh, but I said I ain't gonna go into no conspiracy theory. So I was about to say something. I'm gonna leave that. Sometimes it's what you don't say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just leave that at that. But anyway, so yeah, the whole tissue thing is a trip, man. Um, yeah. So basically, be safe out there, man. Cause I see a lot of cats posting about being a essential worker and how good it is to be an essential worker and all that. But dude, I don't really know if you're the lucky one or not. What about when everything's over with and you're sick and dying, and everybody that was locked up in quarantine, they're coming out all healthy and fresh and clean and ready to get at it and rebuild a new world, and you'll be on the sick and shut-in list dying. You never know. So I ain't gonna be out here like, yeah, it's so good to be out when everybody else shut in. Shit, they might be the one shut in. Yeah, they might be the lucky ones, man. They might be the ones that's surviving it. We don't know how it's going to go yet. It just look crazy right now. One day you might hear about, you hear him saying one thing, then the next day you hear him saying something else. Cause I seen two different articles on ibuprofen, and because I was thinking about aspirin, and I think I was trying to see that they have aspirin lumped into the list of the ibuprofen and Advil and the others. Because I know they said Tylenol is cool. You can still take Tylenol, which which was kind of rough because as soon as people saying don't take the other ones, take Tylenol, then all the Tylenol disappear off the shelves. You're like, come on, man. The one that you can actually take for a pain reliever. As soon as it comes out, that's the only one safe to take for pain relief. Instant that same day that word comes out, the shelves go empty of the Tylenol. Like, come on, man. Cut me a break. What is going on here? This is crazy. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. As soon as they started talking about no ibuprofen, no Advil, and none of that, Tylenol's the only one safe. You're like, oh, cool. I better go pick up some Tylenol. Go by the store, Tylenol nowhere. The rest of the stuff, yep, sitting right there on the shelf waiting on you. Tylenol, on the other hand, yep, gone. Yeah, man. So it's real crazy out here right now. Um, yeah, I just be peeping out the little weird stuff like that. Yeah, so we're gonna get into the story in a minute. I know you're thinking, yo, what are we doing today, bro? Come on, man. What's the hold up? Let's get into the story, bro. Yeah, man, but I'm gonna get into the story about the dude that was accused of playing the chick, having the sugar mama and not treating her right and whatever, what I'm saying. I don't know. We'll get down to the bottom of it, and you can come to your own conclusion and your own point about the story, and you know, two sides to every story, and different people have different opinions about it, and we'll be getting into that shortly. Yeah. But while I was thinking of movies, I was thinking of another movie. This don't have nothing to do with the whole pandemic that's going on right now. Doesn't have nothing to do with coronavirus right now. But it was I think the worst movie I've seen is this movie called The Sausage Party. It was with Seth Rogen. It was by Seth Rogen. It's called Sausage Party. I was like, kind of an odd title for a movie, but at the same time, all his other joints was fire though. Like he made that weed smoking movie, which is a cult classic, and that's still in heavy rotation. Everybody be watching that one. Even now, streaming that one back to back. You had um the movie Dinner with the Leader. It was some kind of title such as that. I think it was Dinner with the Leader, but it's the one where he goes to North Korea and they try to take out the leader of North Korea. That started all that controversy and junk, and it was like, man, that movie was just funny as hell. You know what I'm saying? So he put out like real solid work. All his anything that he would lend his name to always was, real solid comedy. You know what I'm saying? Movies that I would really enjoy, and everybody kind of is on board with the same conclusion that dude makes some real good comedy movies. So that's why, and that Sausage Party movie that came out like a while back, ain't nothing new or anything like that. But it's like, I was just so disappointed. I'm like, what is the joke here? Maybe that's the joke. Maybe he came out with that movie like as a ha, you thought you was going to get some real work from me this time and get the usual, and I come out with some trash. I don't know. I don't get it, man. But just the reason I bring that up is to say that's why I ain't do some videos in the last couple of days, because I don't just want to put out anything. I don't want to come out with my version of the Sausage Party. That's come out with something whack because you're just trying to put out anything just to put stuff out. Like, nah, everything that I mess around with it's got to be fire if I'm gonna have my name on it. Because I see from something like that how you can kind of put a bad mark on your own name. Because then when somebody looks to check out your next project, they're like, I don't know, because his last project was so whack. I'm gonna sit back. I'm not gonna buy into it the first day. I'll let it be out for a little while before I even mess off with it, because you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole deal right there. You try to make sure it's high quality work, you know what I'm saying? I want everybody to be like, yo, I know I'm gonna log on to his next video, because he ain't gonna just put out whatever. This cat's thorough right here. I like this dude. This dude consistent with the quality. So that's what I'm into. Just try to, have nice high quality stuff that's well thought out, instead of just putting out anything. Like the Sausage Party movie, go put your name straight to the questionable overnight, Skip all that. All right, well, it's about time to get into the story. Like I said, we're going to do. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get into it. The story says, mother of 3, age 46, is stranded in the Dominican Republic after her toy boy lover, age 34, that she met on Facebook, conned her out of money and leaving her heartbroken and penniless. Claire Alcantara, 46, of Dudley, married Franklin Alcantara after meeting online. Connected with student on Facebook in 2013 and ignored her daughter's warnings. No, mommy, don't do it. she straight wouldn't listen to her daughter, right? Oh, mommy. Oh, that's crazy. She ignored her daughter, who was telling her not to marry the dude that she met on Facebook. She ditched the British passport for Irish citizenship to secure Franklin a spousal visa, moved him in before upping sticks to his home in the Caribbean 2 years ago, renovated his family home before Franklin went missing, and his family evicted her. Oh man. Yeah, the story sounds rough. No, I'm not saying that's funny, but I'm saying, you know, uh, we have to see the whole story first, and then it's usually two sides to a story: the guy's version, the female's version. It's gonna be he said, she said, of course. But yeah, they make this guy, make this guy look kind of rough there. It said he's now living illegally in the UK with this new woman, but Claire can't afford the flight to go back home to the UK. So he basically took her to the Dominican Republic, like, yo, I'm out of here. See ya. Made up with another chick. Let's see. Um, After 2 years, she sold up and moved to his home country in the Caribbean, and claims to have funded the renovation of the family's home. I figured, well, she was living there, and she probably was like, yeah, let's want to live nicely, so do a little renovation and stuff like that. If you're already living at the spot, that's what I say. She said she bought Franklin a Jeep and put money into their joint account, but she says later transpired to be solely in his name. Uh, he's 12 years younger than her, and after announcing he was going to be working away for several months, Franklin disappeared and is now living illegally in the UK with another woman. I'm saying a strong emphasis saying that the man's living illegally in the UK, but if he got citizenship through her, then he got citizenship. So how's he living illegally? I don't. Maybe there's something else to it, but that's the part I was like, seemed like a strong emphasis on keep saying he's living there illegally, but they already said that he got citizenship through her. So yeah. And it says, meanwhile, Claire is stuck in the Dominican Republic, penniless and heartbroken, with no money to pay for a ticket home. He says, I spent all my money on Franklin and I can't afford a flight. I should have never had sacrificed a thing for him. I should have did nothing for him. She said she and Franklin began messaging on Facebook after he liked one of her photos. And that's a normal thing. I guess you got like, oh, your photo look cute. Oh, it does? Oh, what's your name? What you up to? Yeah, I can see that happening. After just coming out of a terrible divorce, she described him as good looking with the body of a god. And they started talking on Skype daily. After 6 months, Claire applied for a tourist visa for Franklin to visit the UK, but her application was rejected. Oh, okay, so dude was sending her other pictures too, full body pictures or whatnot, because she said, make comments about his body and stuff like that. So, so they was doing the whole romance, long distance romance thing for a little while. After announcing he was going to be working away for several months, he disappeared and is now living illegally with another woman in the UK. Now, how do they know he's living illegally? That's what I'm saying. He might even be remarried with the other woman. Instead, she flew to the Caribbean for a month where she claimed she began spending money on doing up the family home. The couple got married in the Dominican Republic, In October 2013, despite Claire's adult daughters warning her against it, after receiving a series of rejections to bring Franklin to Britain by immigration, Claire decided to apply for an Irish passport, the country of her father's birth. She was advised UK law would override the EU law, so she opted to give up her British citizenship to become an EU citizen living in the UK, meaning Franklin was granted a UK visa as the spouse of a EU worker. So he has a visa. That's what I'm saying. Keep saying illegally in the UK, but the guy actually has a visa. That's all I was saying. And Claire moved her husband into her home in June 2014 and opened a joint account in the Dominican Republic to fund the building of a flat on top of her father-in-law house. I think they were really in love if they was doing all that type of stuff though. In March 2018, after a series of rows with Franklin, Claire contacted the British Embassy for advice and was informed their joint account was in her husband's name, which she said caused her to faint with shock. When she confronted him, she said he told her it was a misunderstanding, but days later announced his plans to work abroad. When 3 months became 6, Claire got suspicious and investigated, only to discover the husband had moved to the UK and set up home with another woman. She is now living in a shack with her new boyfriend in Santo Domingo, working a very low-paid job after Franklin's family allegedly evicted her for reporting him to immigration. Yeah, well, I could see that happen. So it didn't work out. He bounced. She's with another woman, and she's in a different relationship. She's living in Santo Domingo with her new boyfriend. So I mean, they basically both went their separate ways, and they're with separate people. Both found love somewhere else. So I guess the main thing that she's talking about is the whole money aspect that that she put into the relationship. Let's see, Franklin is due to be deported next month, adding that he had a good relationship with Claire until they moved to the Dominican Republic because she couldn't live with her daughter. Now I get that part. Well, I guess what it's saying is that the daughter didn't move to the Dominican Republic with them, so since she couldn't live with her daughter, he said that that's why they kept getting into arguments and stuff. I guess that's what he's saying there. But to me, it seemed like they had a good relationship and they both was trying to work it out, but they just kept getting in a bunch of arguments and stuff and wilding out. I'll put some more thoughts to that later. I finished reading a little bit of the news of it, and then I get my perspective on it. Let's see. It says, I want to stay in England. So he says, I wanted to stay in England. And he added that Claire was the one who suggested they renovated his father's home. He went on to admit he did lie about going to Punta Cana to work when he returned to the UK, claiming Claire would have refused to go with him. because it's too cold. So he's saying that that was one of the arguments that she preferred to stay in the Caribbean because of course it's nice and warm in the Caribbean, and she was saying that it was too cold for her in the UK. She was tired of living in a cold weather region. Franklin said his new girlfriend dumped him after Claire got in touch with her and refuted her claims that she spent all that money on him, adding that he had a house and a job, but now his ex has ruined everything. He said they bought the car together and insisted he gave her money back after their split and denied the joint account was only in his name. He goes on to say, she spent all the money, but not on me. So that's what it basically boiled down to. But okay, the parts of the story with me was the whole thing about, when I first started reading the story, I'm like, okay, she met a guy that's 12 years younger than her. She wanted her little toy boy or whatever. It'd be like that sometimes. And she was probably playing sugar mama at first, and then they actually fell in love and had an actual real relationship, got married or whatnot. And the reason I say that is because, they met way back in 2013. So you know what I'm saying? You don't be together that many years with somebody if y'all don't have a real relationship. They was married for a real long time. And somebody just playing for money and bounce, that's something they're gonna do like, a couple of weeks or something like that, and then dude's like, yeah, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's not, we're talking about a long-term relationship. We're talking about met way back in 2013, man. That's a whole lot of years. Yeah, 7 years. Nobody has a 7-year con. That's a long, that's a long time. There's no such thing as a 7-year con. No, they actually had a relationship. They was married for 7 years straight. Y'all was together. That's a real long time. Y'all actually loved each other. But whenever it went sour and both of y'all moved on, you got a new woman, you got a new man, and both of y'all going on with your life. But it'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes you had an ex that'll come back like, yo, I'm gonna do this to him, I'm gonna do that and this and that. That's a lot of times. That's when I think when somebody's not content with the new person they with, they're not content in a new relationship. Like the dude that she with now, he should be like, yo, why you keep talking about your ex and keep worrying about where your ex at, what your ex doing, and always worrying about your ex, man. I'm here. But you all on some X-Men stuff. This ain't Marvel Comics. Shouldn't be talking about some X-Men. The hell? So he should be feeling bad about the way their relationship going. If she keep talking about her ex, I couldn't hang around the chick if every time y'all go to talk, all she do is talk about her ex. I'd be like, yeah, well, go be with that dude. I'm out, man. I ain't got time for it. But that's what I say. I don't, they try to put it off as a man, conquer out of money and bounce. But I can't buy that. 7 years? That's a long time. That ain't no damn con. They was married. They was married for 7 years. They tried their best to work it out. They kept arguing, and the stuff where like her turning him into immigration and doing all that other stuff. See, sometimes when people argue, one person might go overboard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to sit there and argue. Y'all can argue about little petty stuff all day, but once you start going to the authorities, turning in the immigration and doing it and wilding out like that, it's like, you're going too far. You're taking it to a whole different level. You can't let an argument go into some whole type of life decision type stuff. It's like once you take it to a point where you can't come back from, it's like, I don't blame dude for not wanting to have nothing else to do with her. It's like, we can't even argue without you wilding out, taking it to the straight up extreme, you know? Once you start taking it to the extreme like that, trying to get a dude locked up, get a dude deported, wilding out on him, call to the dude job, try to get him fired, all that type of stuff. It's like, I can't deal with you. You don't know how to have a simple argument and keep it moving. You got to go to the whole. Everybody knows at least one or two people that you be like, I can't even mess off with this person. This person, they don't know how to act. Man. They'll take a simple argument and go take it to 1,000. It's like, it ain't even that serious. You calling the people on me? What the hell? We was just started arguing about who want to cook tonight for dinner. Next thing I know, you calling the people on me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like that, you know? And if you look at the story also, it's like, she just came, when she met up with dude, she just came out of a divorce. So it didn't work with the first guy. And it could have been the same thing. And if they go to talk to the first guy, he'd be like, she be wilding out, man. When she get pissed off, she gonna call the people, she gonna do all types of stuff. She don't know how to keep it to a simple argument. She goes to the extreme with it. So you got two different dudes, and now she with another dude, but she's still arguing with the old dude, still arguing with the ex. So I know the new dude catching hell. Like, damn, why you keep talking about this other dude? That's an argument right there by itself. Yeah. So, like I say, it's two sides to every story. So I mean, I get what they're saying, that she feels like the guy did her wrong, but at the end of the day, it seemed like she did him way more wrong than he did her, because he was actually trying to work everything out, and all her little wishes or what she was trying to do, dude was there for. Hell, the man married her. She wanted to move to the Caribbean. He moved her to the Caribbean. Yeah, I don't see nowhere where he called the folks on her. She all calling immigration, trying to get dude locked up, messing him over like, whoa, shawty, wait, let's keep our little arguments to something simple. Listen, we ain't gotta go to the extreme. God, yeah, man. So I got to get at it today. I ain't got time to go long on it today. I'm gonna I got another video I'm working on for tomorrow that's gonna be way longer. I'm gonna get into a bunch of different news articles. It's gonna be thorough. I gotta get back on this road right now. It's been fun. Thanks for listening, and I'll at y'all tomorrow. And as I usually say around this time, y'all be blessed and peace.